Hey, excuse me. Excuse me. Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab, in the book, doing what I do for you. We about to take on a whole new thing about, I'm going to teach you how to purify the heart. There's a few ways to do that. That's the lesson. That's where we going. Let's rock. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka to know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to, know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not, it knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not, it knows that they know not. It's simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Speaking to my girl. This is lesson from my yacht philosophy. Remember, this is a philosophy to teach you, to guide you, to do the things you need to do, and the benefits will be yours. Trust me. Let's go. Right thinkers, let's talk about seek purity of heart by not expecting a reward for your actions, aka selfless action. I just gave that first lesson. This is the piggyback off to that. I got a few more coming for you. But it's trying to explain to you and break down to you how to do what it is you need to do for you. So, okay, this is the lesson. Let's rock. In performing your actions, never seek an external reward. When I do something for somebody, they don't owe me nothing. Well, no. That deal maker, that's that other guy. Okay? I don't need nothing from you. If I'm helping you, if I got it, you can get it. It don't cost you nothing. Appreciation is all I appreciate from when I do something for you. Just a hearty appreciation, a thank you goes a long way. Why? Because I get mine from somebody else, not from the people who I do it for. That's the first thing. That's how you purify the heart. Okay? Always feel that you ready? You are performing actions for the divine self, your higher self, in an effort to what? Purify yourself. Your heart of what? Egoistic feelings and sentiments. Lower nature, bad stuff, negative stuff. You have to get rid of that. External expectations, meaning rewards for what your actions are always bound and fleeting, meaning it's just materialistic. It's just something, okay, monetary, but it cannot be counted on. If you do something for somebody and expecting something in return, you're going to get disappointed. If you do something for somebody not expecting nothing in return, you can't be disappointed. I don't expect nothing from nobody, so I don't get disappointed or happy when it go either way. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. That's what my art teaches you. Balance. That's the whole part of it. You have to understand it to what? Live it. Therefore, if you base your happiness on something that is fleeting, materialistic things, people, same thing, you are basing it on an illusion, okay, which will continually what? Lead to constant disappointment and unrest. It's human nature. Remember, the definition of reality is what? that which is unchanged. That's my yacht. She haven't changed. She ain't wavered. It's been the way since she got the job, and her function to do just that. Balance in your life. Seeking deep what? Within you for what is what? Unchanging, regardless of what? Your external situations in life. Don't worry about that. I got a pastor, and he living his life same way I live mine. He got different philosophy, but he doing the same thing. So I can respect that. That's my point. And when you seek for external witnessing, self within you, who is separate from what? The thoughts and the transitory situations of what? The external world. The soul don't feel none of that. The soul could care less. Okay? See? But when you perform your actions well, but do not become attached to them. Why? As sources of your happiness. I love what I do, teaching, learning, and giving information, but that's not who I am. I'm who I am by doing the things I like to do, what I know I enjoy to do. Everybody got a life. Understand that, please. Like I said, don't get all that because everything, no, it ain't that serious. It's only temporary. So in reality, it is your soul, the soul within you that we all have. That's God. That gives meaning and what? Worth to all external activities. Externalities, meaning everything you're doing, the soul is making it possible, the spirit that's in us. And if you don't have the wherewithal, and none of us don't, which is ignorance, you just have to find out. Learn, listen, and perform. You'll know for yourself where God is and who God is. What? For yourself. Don't let nobody get you to believe in God. Well, God blessed me, so you got to believe in God. God got a world of stuff. That clown, Joel Osteen, promised you a whole bunch of nonsense. And y'all fall for a hook, line, and sinker. He making hundreds of millions of dollars to tell y'all that. Moving on. But therefore, your soul, again, is the source of all understanding. It's all conscious. It knows all. Meaning and awareness. This soul is full of what? Immense happiness, a.k.a. bliss. That's all it knows. Okay? And you can discover this inward peace, okay, and happiness. How? You ready? By inwardly discovering your true self. See, you asked the question, I'm giving you the answer. Now you have to take it and what? Employ it, manifest it, so you know for yourself. Not because the book says so, not because I say so, because you did it for yourself. That's gnosis, knowing by experience. Moving on. And that's the best teacher. I can't come close to experience. I just try to get you to have it. My job is to get you there. All right? All right? So to knowing your true self and not seeking what happiness where? From outside objects of yourself. None of the stuff that I own is going to bring me happiness. But everything that I got inside keeps me happy. If you understand that, you start thinking a little different. That's all I'm trying to get you to do. See what's going to be better for you. Things don't make you better. Possessions don't make you better. Knowing thyself will. Okay? That way living is more fun. Seeking what? Happiness. If you think objects make you happy, that's what you're going to see. Money makes you happy, that's what you're going to see. Sorry. For that Reverend Ike up here now. But seeking happiness and the fulfillment of your desires through worldly pursuits and relationships with other people will only lead to more frustrations and more desires that will continually go on and on. You got to stop that cycle of madness. This constant fanning of the waves of the mind with what? Those negative thoughts and those bad desires of the flesh and those cravings survive when? Even in your innermost recesses of your unconscious mind. Meaning it's something you just have to do it. It's embedded where? Deep within your astral or your casual bodies of the human being. So therefore what happens? These deep karmic actions, okay, impressions in your unconscious mind, which will remain where? After death. And so what? Of the physical body, but this, since it's embedded in your unconscious mind, the body dies, but it leads the soul to what? The astral. If you're doing right, if you're living the way you're supposed to, you get into astral heaven. And if you're living wrong and you're ignorant of yourself and you doing you, but you rich, famous, and all that, but guess what? You're going to go to astral hell. Moving on. And to what? Future embodiments. That means you're going to get reincarnated. That means you didn't pass the test. Simple as that. All this worldly stuff don't mean jack. The title, the position means nothing. But a lot of us believe that, dude. I'm Dr. So-and-so. I'm Professor so-and-so. Who would give a damn about that? How you living? Are you a good person? Are you godly? Are you devoted to spirituality, lifestyle? Or are you religious? Now, I got that out the way. Woosah. I got another one coming for you. This is called You Seek Purity of Heart. Again, these are things you're doing to purify your heart to make you a better individual. This is the beautiful part. Why? This is what you can do for you. I like teaching it to you, so now you're accountable to do just that for yourself. It ain't up to me. I'm doing it. You can too. Seek purity of heart. How? Through your work, occupation, and daily activity. This is about to be fun because this is my life right here. I lived it not knowing, but this is how I did it. Watch this. Now, do not disturb a great person or distract their intentions when what? When they are occupied, meaning when they're doing what they do, let them go. Leave them be. When you see a kid doing something that's pretty much extraordinary, you don't interrupt it. You let it flow. You see a kid with talent, that gift, you let it flow. You cultivate that. You feed that. You encourage that. As parents, that's what we do. But trying to understand their tasks is what you do. When they are thus occupied, meaning doing their thing, they strip their bodies through love of what it is they do. If you're an athlete and your gift is playing that ball, doing it, shooting it, running with it, whatever. That's a gift that you want to cultivate. That's why we practice. I practice daily for what? Greatness. I'm preparing to be my best self. When? Daily. Simple. I live that. So, but the love for your work, which they do, brings people closer to God. I'm not a preacher. I'm not trying to preach to you about God. I'm trying to teach you how to know God for yourself. There's a difference. My title is a sage, okay? And I live what I teach. I don't just teach it. I live it. I practice what I teach. Simple. And all your good pastors and ministers of God, they should do the same thing. A lot of them don't. Moving on. These are the people who succeed in whatever they do. I was a good drug dealer. Good father, good parent, good husband, good friend. What I know, this is what I'm trying to tell you. When you do what it is you do, it shouldn't take away nothing from you. People got to respect and understand it, and then you're good to go. Simple as that. Moving on. Now, that's an ancient Egyptian proverb. How about that? That ain't relevant. That's old. That's a philosophical point of view that don't change. What? I just showed you. Okay, watch this. Another profound insight into what the teachings of Maya, aka right thinking philosophy, is what? Is that you should always strive to perform work that is in harmony with your nature. Don't go against what you don't like to do. I love driving. I drove all my life. Still driving. Chauffeur, okay? Transportation, that's my thing. My brother was in transportation, that was his thing. My father was in the transportation, you feel we're going this? It's a tradition that sometimes it just comes natural. That comes natural to me. I don't have to work to drive. I don't have to know. I've been driving since I was a kid. I have a hanger in the car, my mother said. I'm 3-4 years old. I'm practicing why I couldn't wait to drive. I started driving when I was 9 years old. Another lesson, but no. Let it go, moving on. But yeah. When you practice in Maya, you should always remember, do things that make you feel good about doing it. I was in transportation business. I drove a package car for UPS. I delivered packages. Love doing that. I left that, went to do a transportation service for the veteran service, people in the wheelchairs and servicing them. I love that. Again, right there in my wheelhouse. The driving part was easy. Dealing with individual people and helping them out because they needed my service. I didn't ask them for nothing. I got paid this. I said, no. Some people want to tip you because they monetary gains. That's fine, but this is my job. I'm going to treat you nice. I'm going to be right and do what I need to do. Why? That's who I am. My job don't teach me that. They didn't give me morals of how to teach and talk to people when I'm transporting them. It was doing something. I was doing something that I like to do. So it let me be me. And watch this. As an expression of the divine self, you are endowed with what? Unlimited capabilities. I can do all things through who Christ. Damn Christ, I take God. Sorry about that. But yeah, give me God in the day. Watch this. Divine self, I want him. I don't want his son. Okay, I'm his son. Excuse me. But you have unlimited capabilities, and you should not allow your fears, false evidence appearing real, don't go for it. Or the desires of the flesh or others to what? Limit your unfoundment of these energies. When you're doing it and using it for the right purpose, right intention, it always works. Even the bad guy, it worked for them too. They got to be responsible for that part. But you must strive to allow yourself, everything is about self, to gradually what? Develop a sense of what is right for who? You. I ain't telling you what to do. No, I don't know. I'm still worried about me. I'm a student in life. I ain't master life yet. Hell to the no. A philosophy, yeah. Life, not yet. Still working. Trust me. And that makes it exciting for me. I ain't, oh, you so smart. You know everything. Hell to the no. Moving on. But that's the concept. But this occurs when you begin yourself to develop that peace and harmony where? Within yourself. That's where it starts. You will discover which jobs to pursue on the basis of what? Your inner desires. We all got do that. Okay? Do what you like. Why go to school, get a degree in engineering, and go drive a bus? That don't make sense. My buddy, he's an engineer, worked the elevator 30-something years. That's doing what you like. Guess what? When you find your niche and you go it, like my man TD, I don't know what happened to him, but you work it. I work driving to a career. Okay, moving on. That's the point. And rather than the superficial desires, I'm not going to wear a shirt and tie, sit up in a cubicle, go carry a suit. I'm not doing none of that. Why? That ain't what I desire to do. So why would I do that? Again, that's the point I'm trying to show you. And the superficial desires, because they make good money. I don't care about that. And the desires of your what? Your ego self. Right there. You want to look good. You want people to think you all that. That's the least of my concern. That's vanity. That's ego. That's all ego. Been there, done that. When you have the desires, fulfilled desires of your ego self, which what? Your ego wants to pursue a job, what? Or occupation. Why? Because it looks glamorous or it's lucrative. I just told you that. This is just a fact. Human nature. And of ignorance, you can easily tell what an ignorant person going to do. That's too easy. That's why Batman, he had no powers. He just outthought all the criminals. He just was smarter than them. Moving on. Our ancient Egyptian civilization placed high what? Importance on what? On your occupation of every individual due to these very reasons. You didn't just take a job because it was a job. My mom told me, if you be a street sweeper, be the best street sweeper. I'm cleaning it up, but we talking, okay, shit shoveler. If you're going to shovel shit, be the best shit shoveler you can be. That means just give your best effort. That's all. It took me a long time to figure it out. I said, well, why would I go shovel shit? Metaphor, okay? Allegory, analogy. But if you misunderstand it, you miss the boat. Again, subliminal messages, symbolical messages, that's always been around. But that's the concept. All right? Give your best effort. Simple as that. Be your best, do your best, and give your best. And many people, they suffer what? Through life. Why? Because they have made the wrong choices, not just in men, but the wrong choice in career can be worse than a damn marriage. Why? You got to do this every day. It ain't ever going to get better. Okay? So that means you make wrong choices about their chosen profession, their chosen mate, or their occupation, and they feel stuck and unable to change. They got divorced for that. Simple as that. Okay, I quit for the job. Simple as that. You ain't got to do it. But if you hell bent on certain things, you got to go through certain things. That's all. And their life is what? In a lot of their life, sometimes they are led, watch this, by their families or their own greed or even sometimes fear into what? Pursuing occupations for the wrong reasons. That's life. Don't take the bad and wrong advice to lead you the wrong way. Listen to thyself. You must understand that if you choose an occupation or a career just to make money or because you have been told that some particular profession is in demand, etc. This is a hot thing now. Everybody wanted to be digital programmer, all that nonsense, computer program analysis. Okay. You make some money, all right, at it, but what happens? You will end up being miserable. So was the money worth it? And disappointed in life. You can't get that back with the work that you have chosen and the time you put in, as well as your life in general. That's not a good place to be. Why? Because you're responsible for that. You can't fault nobody for that. You can't go blame nobody. Look at yourself. That's what reflection, self-reflection, daily meditation, getting the notes inside you, knowing you, so you won't make these bad decisions in your life. And young people, y'all should be the ones who should understand this better than anybody. Old people, they experienced it. Young people, don't fall for the okie doke and experience it too. Learn from listening. Let somebody else's mistake help you along the way. That's what I'm trying to show you. A lot of times we don't understand that. Let somebody else's mistake show you what not to do. And your career will truly become what? Work. That's not good, okay? Getting up every day doing something you don't want to do, man, oh man, oh man. I've been in prison 3 years. I know that feeling oh so well. And it will not be fulfilling. Why? Because you are not doing it out of the goodness of what one's heart. Why? I didn't go to jail to be, no. So again, when you do things that the consequences of your actions sometimes ain't gonna be good. But eventually, what? It will become a struggle and a burden. So also, you will not develop divine qualities, and your mental peace will never come to you. It will lead you toward what? Enlightenment. In such as patience, contentment. When you learn these qualities toward enlightenment, you have to perform them. Patience, contentment, forgiveness. I ain't too good at that one. Universal love. I'm all right with that. Compassion and empathy. I didn't have empathy until I got cats. Another story. But yeah, I feel for other people, even animals. So yeah, it came then. But what happens? You may sell things to people, even though what? You know they don't need them. That's all game. That's hustle. That's part of the hustle game. I sell drugs. They need them. They want them. I just sold them. I didn't force it on nobody. But you give them things they don't need. And the deal is what? In the products which you know what? Are harmful. We know cigarettes don't. We sell everything that we know is wrong, okay? But all the while, what? Your intellect, which is dulled by what? Your desires and your cravings. So we make allowances. We tuck that away and say, well, I got to do this. I got to do that for my family. I got to eat. I got to do that. Yeah, make excuses to do wrong, okay? Selling your soul. And longings for what? Your lower mind and your senses for your egoistic pleasures. Ding, 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 ding. Will justify. You'll do anything to justify what? Your unrighteous actions within yourself. Ain't nobody but you and yourself. You having an ongoing battle. You know what's right, but you ain't going to do that. That's when you become the devil. When you do what's right, you're on the right side with God. When you go against him, you become the devil. Understand that. I'm about to wrap it up. I see the clock. However, the impressions of longing and your desires, as well as your contradictions to your own conscience, meaning your heart, to thy heart be true. You're going against what you know is right. Because your mind is in control. The heart just there. You ain't got to listen to him. That gut, you ain't always listen to it. I didn't listen to mine. It cost me 3 years in prison. I don't not listen to it, okay? That I did a devil in the shoulder, trust me, listen to it. And you're going against your own conscience, and your conscience is spelled CONSCIENCE, meaning this conscience, not this conscience. And what's this? And you're going to get your own conscious, and now you become what? Registered in the deep unconscious, and you now create a basis for heaven or hell. Ding, 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 ding. Where? On earth as you living. Why? Your actions going to lead to the consequences. If your actions are good, understand this. If your actions are good, your intentions are pure, you will be blessed for that action. If those things ain't in your actions, you will be dealt with karma. Okay, you'll get what you deserve. AKA, that's the difference from heaven and hell. Simple. Okay. And while here on earth, as well, watch this, as well as what? Beyond. Meaning it's going to continue after death. We told you that. Wrapping it up. This is a profound teaching, which I'm trying to get you to understand. You can do this, which you need to reflect upon seriously and put in effect ASAP. If you didn't know, now you know. My lip is getting worse. I'm going to end this lesson right here. I'm going to take you some Benadryl. I got to deal with this situation, allergic reaction. But, right thinkers, in closing, may y'all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I never know if my right thinkers have passed away. Feel like Mr. Clump here, Professor Clump. I'm starting to bump up. All right. Appreciate you. I'll be right back.